Credit repair does not exist. I've said it multiple times. Consumers have a right to dispute anything on their credit report. You don't need to hire a company like Lexington Law, FES, creditrepair.com, Credit Saint, Trinity Credit, your neighborhood credit repair company. You don't need to hire any of these guys to dispute something on your credit report. Consumers have a right to dispute anything on their credit report if they feel it deemed to be incorrect. So now, I'm gonna break it down to you and to explain to you why credit repair does not exist, and to tell you about my 3-hour conversation I had with 3 credit bureaus yesterday, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, explaining to me and telling them, and they're telling me how things are about to change for consumers. Now, after I finish doing this video and breaking these documents down to you, and these documents will be on the video. After I finish breaking these documents down, and you still believe credit repair exists, and you still waste your money and believe in these companies that are telling you they can fix your credit by writing a dispute letter, you just played yourself. Pay attention. Andy Sukhu, founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. So today I'm going to break down the video that we posted, a little teaser, 60 seconds that we posted on Instagram yesterday about my meeting with the 3 credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. Those are the 3 major credit bureaus, you guys know of them. So, as a debt settlement company, pay attention to what I'm saying. As a debt settlement company, we have to have compliance. We're compliance, there's rules and regulations to what we do. We have to follow from the 3 bureaus and all the stuff that comes with having the license to do what we do. So, every quarter, we have to have our meeting with each bureau. Each meeting is an hour long. So in our meeting, we talk about what's going on in the industry, what we're able to do, what we cannot do, the trend that the credit bureaus are seeing, what the credit bureaus are trying to clamp down on, and what they're not going to accept anymore. I'm going to say this to you guys. Keep in mind, the credit bureau houses data for the lenders and the banks. The credit bureau houses, it's a house, they keep data for the vendors, the lenders, and the financial institution, the banks. They do not put the data on your credit report. Understand that. They just house it. The creditor sends it to the bureaus, they create a file, they send it to you. Okay? Perfect. So, meeting came about, we're talking, and the credit bureaus are saying that as a debt settlement company, they're not allowed us to take certain cases, or they're not allowed us to remove things off of people's credit, depending on the case, scenarios, due to all the dispute letters they're receiving from the consumers. I was like, very interesting. Now, that doesn't hurt me, doesn't hurt our flow of business, but it hurts the consumer, because consumers are still inundated, and they still think that going to these dispute letter companies that say they fix credit, Lexington Law, creditrepair.com, Trinity Credit, Credit Saint, the credit repair company in your neighborhood, your local credit repair company, all these companies that are popping up on Instagram saying, did you know you don't have to pay a collection back before 7 years? You're following all that, and you're thinking that that's how credit works, and you're going to get your credit fixed, and you're foolishly running to these companies and spending your money. Now, the credit bureau has caught on to it. I've said it years after years after years that the credit bureaus will clamp down and stop it. Right? Because enough is enough, and it's bullshit. It really is bullshit. Sorry to use profanity, but it's bullshit. You need to hear it that way. So now they're cracking down on that. So I'm going to break the documents down to you. I'm going to break the letters down. I'm going to break the data down. I'm going to break down a credit report. I'm going to show you why it's never going to work and why the credit bureaus are clamping down. And this law and what they're going to do now is going to go into effect the 3rd and 4th quarter of 2020 and beyond, right? So it means if you've been to a credit repair company, you were there for a year, you wrote a year worth of letters, and all of a sudden you come to Y2K to settle your debt because now you realize it's your debt when it was your debt all along. There's going to be a little backlash. There's going to be a little kickback from the bureaus. Now, they did tell us that depending on the scenario and the case, they'll allow us to do certain things. However, you're hurting yourself now. And now, if we can't take your case, you're stuck with bad credit for 7 years. So you can't do anything. So if the light bulb doesn't come on in this video in your head, and you don't get the reality of what's going on, and I'm being very transparent with you, you don't get it, you played yourself. Fact, you played yourself, right? So these are the 3 credit bureaus: Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. Every credit repair company, and even if you go to a company that says, oh, we pay to delete. You only pay us $50 when we delete an account. There's one right here in Jersey. He knows what I'm talking about. I have half his clients. You're going to go there. Round 1, round 2, round 3. They all tell you they send 3, 4, 5 rounds of letters. This is how they bill you out. Round 1, they'll send a letter to all 3 bureaus. So you see, oh, a letter went to all 3 bureaus. Right? They're doing their job. 30 days later, the credit bureau is going to send a report back. Account's been verified, updated correctly. Oh, well, now they're going to tell you, oh, we have to send another round. Now they're going to send round 2. But this time, they're only going to send it to TransUnion. But you're thinking they're sending it to all 3 bureaus. Every company does the same thing. It's a scam. They all do it. I'm telling you straight up, they do it. They send it to round 2. They'll send it to TransUnion only, but they're billing you for all 3 bureaus. Same debt letter comes back from the credit bureaus. Verified, updated. It's verified, updated. The same letter. They're going to send another round. Round 3 now. Now we're in round 3. Charging you again. Send it to Equifax. In the mix of this, as they send letters, there's a little sign here, you can see it. I said collection accounts. And I've done previous videos with this stating that there's 2 kinds of collection. There's servicing the debt and owning the debt. The letters only work for the companies that are servicing the debt. So now the letters, they're going to send it. The collection agency that's servicing the debt, let's say Sprint, ERC is servicing Sprint. ERC don't even come off anymore. So we'll use ERC though. ERC, you'll send a letter. ERC, okay, well, we'll come off the credit report. They'll send the debt back to Sprint. Now Sprint's going to send it back to another company. And 3 months later, come back on your credit report. I've done tons of videos on this. It's on YouTube. Like this debt cycles. It keeps going around and around. So now they send the letter. The collection comes off. They show you their own version of a scoring model that they've created to make you think that your score is going up. Oh, my score is going up. They got some accounts off. They didn't get anything off. The debt's coming back in 3, 4 months. You've all seen it. You've been in my office. I've done a consultation with you. And you told me you went to a different company. And I pulled your report. I thought they fixed it. I thought they did. That's your response. Well, they didn't. All right? This is the scam. So now, these are the letters. These letters are going to be posted. I'm not going to show you the company name. These letters are going to be posted on this video so you can see. All right? You go to this company. Okay. Negative accounts. So this is what the category status, right? They show you have 11, break it down for you. 11 accounts. You see this, guys? Original accounts, additional accounts, total accounts, deleted, 0, 0, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. That's their formula they want to show you, right? Okay. No problem. So they're going to say, hey, Mr. John Joe Schmo. Okay, we're going to fix your credit. Thank you for coming to this company to fix your credit. First, we're going to write a dispute letter to dispute things on your credit report, and the credit bureau has 30 days to verify and update. If not, by law, they have to take it off. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, same letter. Every single company uses the same letter. The only difference between the letter and the next company letter and the next customer letter is your name, address, and social. Get it right. I've said that before to you multiple times. All right, now let's go here. This is my first letter. I'm sending requesting investigation on inaccurate accounts appearing in my credit profile. I'm requesting an investigation done and these accounts be removed, right? So now here's a letter. Verizon, not mine. I had never had account with this company. Read it. That's what it says. You see? You see? That's the letter. Department of Education, Nelnet. I've never made late payments. Navient. I've never made late payments. Please correct. Navient. I've never made late payments. Please correct. It's right here. This is the garbage they send on your behalf. My 10-year-old kid can write this. I don't have a 10-year-old kid, but my point is a 10-year-old kid can write this nonsense. Right? So, Bloomingdale's, Wayfair. I've never had this account. This is not my account. I've never made this late payment. Please correct. Okay, no problem. You send the letters to the credit bureaus. When you pull a real credit report, this is a real credit report right here. Okay, hold on. Okay. I can't show you the kinds information, right? This is a real credit report. Right, counts. When the account was opened up, and here's the problem. Consumers don't know how to read a credit report. You don't know how to read the report from the bureaus, You don't know how to read a tri-merge report. This is why we put real reports to break it down for you so you get real data. Not this fugazi Credit Karma. So stop talking to me about Credit Karma. Stop talking to me about the report from your credit card company. It's not accurate. Understand? It's not. We use real data. So if you don't want to use real data, we can't talk. All right? And I'm fired up about this conversation because I'm tired of the scams. And I got to hear it from the credit bureaus about, you know, we're going to limit you now because consumers seem to think everything is an easy way out and you're not responsible for anything because you're inundated with all this data from social media. Like, come on, seriously. Okay, so now, Verizon is not my account, right? Not mine. Please remove from my credit report. But yet, the account was open in February 2014. 10/2009, the account went derogatory, right? It means you stopped paying, they charged off. You've made a total of, hold on, let me get a pen. The account was open and you've made a total of 73 payments. How are you sending a letter to the credit bureau saying, not my account, I never had an account with this company? Not my account, never had an account with this. How are you sending a letter stating that? How? If it was never your account, you would have never made one payment. Two, you would have disputed it since day one, much less 73 months. And then all these late payments? What do you think? These late payments got here miraculously? No, you made late payments, right? Student loans. Same scenario. We all went to school. We all don't follow the proper protocol when it comes to putting student loans in deferment. We don't follow up on deferments. We all are. You can't tell me you do it because you don't. Because I know you don't. Because it takes a lot of time to do it. All right? So you can't tell me that you didn't make late payments. Okay, there might be one or two incorrect ones. That'll get fixed. But not all of them. So now, the credit bureau sends you a report saying everything was verified, updated, because the data came from the original creditor. Now let's come and say, okay, let's do round two. Same result. Same thing. Round three. At this point, after the first dispute letters, the credit bureau knows that you're using a company to write it. They see the verbiage all day. The same consumer don't write the same way. Just like me and you don't write the same way handwriting. So you're not going to type a letter the same way. So the credit bureau laughs and look, it's a joke. This is why when you come to Y2K, actually you had someone that's worked on your credit before because I see it. So now the credit bureau is cracking down saying, here's this client. For 7 months kept writing us dispute letters. This is not theirs. This is not theirs. I'm going to sue you. FCRA law. Trying to lay out all the laws. First of all, the consumers don't even know the law. So they know you don't know the law. Right? So now they're coming and saying, the credit bureau is saying, well, all of a sudden you have this client. Now they want to settle the debt, settle the obligation, because I've said it a billion times, and I'll say it another billion times. Consumer have a responsibility to the debt. I don't care what you think or what you thought, or who taught you, what they told you, what you heard. Consumer have a responsibility to the debt. That'll never change. Right? So now they're saying, well, we have to have regulations on this now. Certain clients you can't take. If they've been disputing this for 10, 11 months, now all of a sudden they want to settle the debt that you guys want to, you guys want to remove it and you're opting for it to be removed. We can't. The consumer has to be penalized. Right off the bat, I'm not even going to waste your time and take your case. You played yourself. Because you knew it wasn't going to work. But you still want to be the cheap route and listen to everybody else's nonsense and run around circles to try to get things dismissed. Then we have the companies that's doing the frauds. We got to talk about that. So anyway, the point of the video is the second, the third, and the fourth quarter and beyond, the credit bureau is going to be clamping down on these companies that are doing these dispute letters because credit repair does not exist. Consumers can write their own letter and dispute anything on the credit report if you deemed it to be incorrect or if it's a bank error. But 99.9999% of the times, especially when you have an account that have 4 years of consecutive late payments, this is not a bank error. This is not a bank error. It's a consumer error. You made your payment late every single month and it's time stamped. So now, the credit bureau is saying, well, Y2K, you guys are a debt settlement company. We understand what you do. You're in compliance. However, clients have to be penalized for this. I can't argue with that. I can't. I'm running under the license. So if you come to Y2K and you've been working with these companies and, you know, the credit repair companies, and you come to us and I can settle your debt, that I can do. I have a separate license to do that. But there are going to be some contingencies as to what I can take off your report now, because you went to these other companies and you wasted the credit bureau time to keep sending these letters over and over and over and over and over and over, the same letters. It doesn't work. Now, if you haven't realized what's going on with COVID-19, how the economy has changed, how credit has changed, FICO 10T is coming out. I did a video on that. I did a write-up on that. If you haven't read that article yet, and FICO 10T, when it launches at the end of the year, FICO 10, the scoring model, is benefiting the banks, not the consumers. So credit is going to be more and more important now than anything. Without credit, nothing is happening. Bottom line. No bank's going to trust you to lend you credit loans, credit cards, none of that stuff. It's not happening. And if you're an investor, like I'm an investor and a renter, I'm a landlord, I have tenants. I don't even care if you want to pay me 2 more months extra to rent from me. I'm not renting from you. I'm not renting to you if your credit is not up to par, along with other things. Because you know why? It costs me more money to evict you, to fix the issues in the house, and put the property back in the market. It costs me way more to do those things than to just wait and find the right tenant. So I'm not. If your credit is not in the 750s, I'm not renting to you. That number tells a lot about the consumer. I'm sorry to say that. I'm protecting myself and my properties. And a lot of landlords are going to be doing that now. A lot of you guys live in New York, the tri-state, 5 boroughs. You're going to be leaving New York because you can't afford to live here anymore. And without credit, you're not getting any apartment down south or wherever you go, because everyone's going to be running credit now. Because every landlord is holding back. They don't want to be in the position where they're taking a loss. So guys, this is the video about what's happening. These are the 3 bureaus. I broke down the letters. These letters are going to be in this video. I'm going to show you on the credit report as well. When the credit account was open, how long it was open for, how many payments. 73 months, and you're writing a letter, a bullshit letter telling me I never had this account validated. Where were you 73 months ago? Sleeping on that rock? Maybe? I don't know. So, if this video doesn't resonate in your head and you don't get it together, again, you played yourself and you're in a snooze mode, because you're not going to be able to fix your credit. And things stay on your credit for 7 years, and it turns into a judgment depending on the creditor. And you still believe all these joke companies out there fixing your credit, writing dispute letters is going to work. Again, and they took your money. The joke's not on them, the joke's on you, because you actually thought it was going to work. And don't call me and send me DM. I don't understand what this means. I said it very plain English for you what this means. This is why we're not responding to any of the DMs. You know exactly what we mean. So stop sending me stupid DMs about, I don't understand what this means. Can you break it down? I'm breaking it down for you. Take the time and watch the video. And you know exactly what you were doing and who we're using to fix your credit. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Alright? If you have any questions, leave a message. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the link down below. Tons of video up there, tons of content up there. Guys, COVID-19 has changed the world. It's changed the economy. And it changed the financial world. And it only gets harder here on, not easy. And if your credit's not optimized at a 750, you know, the boat sail, you know. So, hope this video makes sense, hope it resonates, and hope everyone's staying safe, practicing social distancing. I'm only in the office by myself shooting the video, so that's why I don't have a mask on. But give us a call if you have any questions. 516-568-4541. And also, please share this video to all your friends, your family. Everyone needs to hear this. Like, you need to be the staple in your crews or your circles, in your circle of friends. You need to be the staple. Share, like the video, let me know what you think. All right? Talk to you soon.